Hello dear teachers, hope you're doing fine. Welcome to this new lesson. Today I'm going to present the past simple tense for the third year English program sequence 2 Me and Lifestyles. Concerning the framework that I'm going to apply is the 3 P's U. So the first P stands for preparation. So your pupils, you're going to prepare your pupils for the presentation phase. The second P stands for presentation. You're going to present the examples and the new item for your pupils. The practice phase involves activities, and the use phase is the phase where your pupils are going to invest prior knowledge in order to perform or use the invest prior knowledge in a communicative task. Of course, any lesson should be introduced with a warm-up. Here in this phase, you're going to play a game or give your pupils a riddle or ask them to perform some body movements. The most important thing is that they're going to relax and you're going to make them feel at ease in order to be ready for acquiring the new lesson. Then in the preparation phase, the first P, which stands for preparation, here I am going to draw a timeline on the board, and I'm going to ask my pupils to classify actions on this timeline. So here I write past, present and future, and I'm going to give them actions which are obvious. For example, have breakfast, I'm going to say the past. For example, have dinner, study English, get the back exam, etc. So they're going to recognize the difference between the times. Here I'm preparing my pupils for the next phase, which is the presentation phase. Just a remark, here in the past simple tense, it involves many items like interrogative, affirmative, negative form, regular, irregular verbs. In the interrogative form, we have WH questions, we have yes or no questions, we have short answers. So since we have all these items, we cannot present them at once in one session. It is impossible, especially that the session takes 45 minutes, so it's impossible. So here, for this lesson, I'm going to present the past simple tense, affirmative and negative forms. And next time, inshallah, I'm going to present the interrogative form. So you're going to write the date on the board after preparation. You're going to write the date on the board, and I prefer to make someone write it on the board. It's better. Then you're going to write sequence 2 lesson, and you leave it empty. You are not going to write the title of the lesson because this is like lecturing. This is like the classical way of teaching. You're going to make your pupils deduce the title. Here I'm going to ask my pupils questions. Do you remember what was our lesson about, our previous lesson about? Where, when was, for example, your grandma born? Where did she live? Here, your pupils are going to answer your question, and you're going to write on the board their answers. In this phase, you are in the presentation phase. You write the examples. My grandma was born on the 6th of June, for example, 1940. She lived in a farmhouse. Here, you're going to use colors. You're going to highlight the verbs. And you interact with your pupils. You ask questions. Or when did these events happen? Where is the verb, subject, etc.? How do you know that these events happened in the past? Can you please identify the subject, the verb, etc.? What is the infinitive of the verbs? Have they changed from the present to the past? Now, can you guess what is the title of today's lesson? You're going to guess, of course. You're going to tell you that it is the past simple. I know that at least one pupil is going to give you the answer. You're going to write the title of the lesson, past simple tense. Then, you're going to highlight the subject, my grandma. You highlight the verb, was, and the second verb, lived. You're going to write the infinitive of the verbs, of course, in interaction with your pupils. Verb to be and verb to live. Verb to be, it was like to be, and then when we put it in the past simple, it becomes was. So it has changed. So it's an irregular verb. But lived, it doesn't change. Like live, we added d, so it's a regular verb. What is a regular verb and what is an irregular verb? A regular verb is a verb which does not change when you put it in the past simple. You insist here. In the present, we don't have regular and irregular verbs. In the past simple, we either add d or ed. An irregular verb is a verb which changes. It means it changes completely. You can find the list of the irregular verbs in your book on page 147, and you make them learn these verbs by heart, and you insist on the importance of these verbs. You are going to ask them to learn by heart the pink column. After that, you're going to ask them. You are going to make the comparison with French. You're going to ask them, are these sentences questions? No, they are not questions. What do we have at the end? We have a full stop. So, are they negative or affirmative? We're going to say they are affirmative because they know this in French and even in English with present simple tense. Okay, let's turn these sentences into the negative form. You're going to notice was becomes was not and live becomes did not. And you're going to ask questions. What do you notice? What did we add to the verb was and what did we add to the verb live? What has changed? Here you're going to make your pupils notice very well how were the verbs and how have they changed. Then you're going to add to the title past simple tense, affirmative form and negative form, because next time they're going to see the interrogative form. Then I move to practice. Let's check your understanding, my dear pupils. Here you're going to either distribute handouts or write the activities on the board. The first activity is going to be a reordering. Here they are going to recognize the structure. They don't have to understand anything. They just have to reorder in order to recognize the structure. The second activity is going to be a meaning-based. It means your pupils have to understand in order to answer or to do this activity. I ask them to circle the correct choice. And the third activity, it is going to be like, here I focused on the form. It has nothing to do with the meaning here. I focused on the form so that my pupils are going to be accurate. So here I focused on the accuracy. I asked my pupils to put the verbs between parentheses in the past simple. Of course, I introduced affirmative and negative form. Then I moved to the use phase. Here you can ask them to write examples. Ask your pupils to write sentences using the past simple tense of affirmative and negative. They're going to take their books on page 147. You're going to explain the verbs very well, and they're going to employ them in sentences. This way they're going to get familiar with these verbs because they're going to learn them by heart anyways, because they really need them. Thank you, my dear followers, for watching this video. I'm waiting for your comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.